What the hell is a C2 server anyway? Was a question I was asked on one of my last videos talking about Google Sheets being used as C2. So C2, or command and control, is this a situation where hackers have a server and they install malware on something and they talk to it like an agent. So they can control what that agent does. So the C2 server is what is the puppet master in this situation, and your agent would be the puppets. So let's talk about an attack vector that could be used. A common one would be a phishing email. Somebody in your company might get a phishing email. They might download something like a quarterly report or maybe like some sort of financial document. It's been infected with something. They run it. It installs a piece of malware. Could be a remote access Trojan, could be something else. And it connects back to the C2 server. So now that computer is infected and it's talking back to the C2 server. So what can they do at that point? Well, they've got an agent on there, so they can try to establish persistence so that even through reboots, they reconnect to the C2 server on reboot. They will do a bunch of recon on you. They can record keystrokes, the screen, exfiltrate data, hit you with ransomware, all of those things. If they know that you have a business, they will try to move laterally throughout your network to see what they can get to. And a lot of the times it's going to be that, hey, we're going to exfiltrate data or steal your data, and then we're going to hit you with ransomware. And sometimes this is really hard to detect because if you don't have the tools in place to detect this, it could sit there and just work for months or years. So that's a bad day. You do not want to experience that. Now, if you want to go through the key stages of what this looks like, there's really 7 steps. I mean, you can throw more steps in here, but you're going to have the phishing attack or the exploit. So how does it get installed? It's going to establish communication with the C2 server. There's going to be persistence for it so that they can, again, survive through reboots. Lateral movement, data exfiltration. They're going to evade detection techniques as much as they can and probably hit you with ransomware. Maybe not. Maybe they just want to sit in there for a while, collect data, because maybe you're doing a big business deal and they're just trying to get money out of you. So those are the key stages. There's more to it if it depends on the attack. Every attack's different. But now let's move on to how do we defend against something like this? Well, one, endpoint detection response is really key because they can usually detect like unusual activity, like that C2 server communication. If even that can be evaded, network segmentation is important so that if they do get on your network, they can't just move between everything. You want threat intelligence and monitoring. You want to be able to monitor your outbound traffic in your network so you can see when something is connecting to a C2 server or a known C2 server. End user awareness training is really important. You want to educate your employees on what phishing looks like, just so they can try to avoid opening these suspicious emails that contain these files. And regular patching and updates. A lot of vulnerabilities exist today. If you don't patch it, it's really easy to be exploited. And unfortunately, these guys know how to exploit it. So if you learned something today, please comment down below. Let me know if there's something else you'd like to see. And if you're a business and you need our help, just go to our website, yourcyberteam.com, schedule a free consultation. I'll talk to you for like 15, 20 minutes, and we can just talk about your business, talk about your strategy. If you'd like to continue working, great. If not, that's cool too. And stay cyber safe.